Thanks, Cafe Mutual. Thanks, Prem, for organizing this event. I think it comes at the right time as we seeing that global investing is slowly becoming, it is moving from a good to have product to a must have from an Indian resident perspective. So I've been in the space for over 6 years, and I've seen the challenges and I've seen the opportunities coming by. Like, just to tell you, few years back, if a client had to even invest as small as $1,000 into their global brokerage account, they would have to visit the branch of the bank, fill a form, do KYC, and all of those. And after 3 to 4 days, it would reach their account. But obviously now things have changed. Banks have started doing online remittances, and things have become much more simpler for an end client to have exposure to markets outside of India. So Interactive, I mean, it's a 50-year-old company. It's headquartered in the US. We have over 4 million client accounts. We've been in India for the last 20 years. We have a strong presence in India. We have over 500 employees working from our Mumbai office. We are a Nasdaq listed company. It's a 110 billion market cap company. It's a fairly large company. IB's got 750 billion of client assets. Just to keep that number into perspective, India as a country, our forex reserves are around $680 billion. IB has around 750 billion of client assets, which clearly shows the trust and the faith the clients have on IB as a firm. And it is obviously because we have one of the strongest balance sheets, where 75% of our equity is privately held. It's a debt-free company, and obviously it's a publicly listed company, so you can see everything online as well through our annual reports. Because in terms of access, we provide access to 160 exchanges globally. When a client opens an account, we're a one-stop shop for anything that is listed, anything that is global. We just to name the countries, like in Asia, we have Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan. We've just in this week added UAE and Brazil as well. So I saw my previous panelists talking about Brazil being an interesting market. That's also got added. We have entire Europe, US, Canada that is covered through our platform. So yeah, that's about IB as a firm. I mean, this is something which everyone's been talking about, that why global markets. I mean, I'll just add my 10 cents to this, is that clients have been investing. As an Indian, we have majority of our portfolio in Indian markets, but there are opportunities lying outside as well. And, investing in companies that we daily use, like Apple, Netflix, Amazon, and those having the opportunity to invest in global markets is something which is very interesting. Also, hedge against rupee. I mean, we're seeing rupee at $90 rupees to a dollar. So we're clearly seeing, and historically, rupees been depreciating at 4 to 5%. So that clearly amplifies the client's returns, right? So that's also one of the reasons why clients have been diversifying and having a portion of their capital in markets outside of India. So this data I've pulled up from the RBI's website, and it clearly shows over the years how Indians have, how Indians are increasing their exposure to markets outside of India. So in 2021, the annual money that was outflowed was $470 million, and now in 2024, 2025, you're already seeing $1.69 billion coming in, and especially this is after the 20% TCS that came. So that's not stopping Indians from having to invest in markets outside, and especially with IFSCA coming and giving a regulatory cover to fund managers, advisors. I believe this is just going to grow. Also, I like to highlight one more important point, is that many mutual funds have crossed the RBI limit, exhausted the RBI limit. So the only real option the end client has when it comes to global is to do it through LRS. So that's also one of the reasons why we're seeing clients and Indians investing money via this particular scheme. Now, this particular slide talks about how typical accounts and from India when it comes to LRS. An Indian can invest in global markets only in their individual or joint capacity. Indian private limited companies, HUFs, partnerships are not covered under LRS. So from India, when a client wants to invest in global markets, it can be only done in an individual or joint capacity. But there are firms that want to have exposure to markets outside. So what used to happen is that these firms would set up their offices in Dubai, in Mauritius, Cayman Islands, etc. But now with Gift City coming into picture and IFSCA coming into picture, I'm seeing these firms come into Gift and then open brokerage accounts and have access to global markets. Gift is offering similar benefits or probably more when it comes to taxation, getting a regulatory cover. So entities, any proprietary firm that intends to have access to global markets can set up a shop in Gift and just get access to world markets very seamlessly. Similarly for funds, advisors, so if there's a fund manager who wants to have exposure to global markets, he can set up a vehicle in Gift. So currently from India, obviously because of SEBI rules, it's still a gray area whether funds cannot Cat 3 funds can or cannot have global equities as a product in their portfolio. But with IFSCA coming into picture, these fund managers can just set up a vehicle in Gift, pool all the client money and just trade global markets. So to be fair with you, I mean, Gift City is acting as a game changer, especially for global investing. Similarly for advisors, there's a very brilliant solution that IB has where you can just set up a master account and you can manage multiple client accounts under that master. You get that master acts like a single login access where you can manage your entire client life cycle from trading to generating reports to do everything from the master. And the best part is that the master account comes for free, so there's no real cost for any advisor that we have, and with their existing licenses itself, they can offer global stocks also to their clients. Yes, we have so I'll be speaking about that in the. So coming to introducing broker now, like the previous panelists have been speaking and Pradeep ji also mentioned, is that the new gap license. So if there's any fintech or any broker that has their clients and they want to give access to world markets, they can just take that gap license in Gift, and with that license they can offer global products to their clients. So we already have gap licensed entity that have empaneled with us, and we are seeing many more inquiries coming across the new gap license. So it's the gap license is also a very big factor which fintechs and brokers can use and utilize to get access to world markets, to give their clients access to world markets. Coming to our full service solution. So IB as a firm, we are a prime broker. So we take care of execution, clearing, custody, everything is taken care by IBKR. And while we only have a very nominal commissions like brokerage when there is a trade, apart from that there is no other cost that an end client pays. There's no account opening fee, no annual fee, very transparent brokerage rates that we have for our global clients. It's not like we have differential rates for different type of clients. We have a standard plan for all. Coming to custody, like I said in the previous slide, we have over 750 billion of client assets under our custody, which clearly shows the faith and the trust that our global clients have on IBKR, and that is obviously because of the the fortress balance sheet, debt-free balance sheet, and because we do our business very conservatively, is why we've been been able to gain that trust from the end client. Coming to business and operations, we have 24/5 support. We have, like I said, we have over 500 employees. Like when I joined IB 6 years back, the employee headcount was around 70 to 80 employees. Now it's grown to 500 plus. So, and this is just going to grow. So we have a dedicated support team available for clients. Then coming to technology, so there are fintechs, like I said, brokers that want to, have global products in their environment itself, so they can use the APIs, and again, it comes at no cost for them. We also provide white branding solution. So if clients want to, market their product, use their logos, all of that is possible on the IBKR systems. Coming to reporting, like you mentioned, we have our statements in place where clients can, customize statements or generate our global activity statement that we provide to everyone. So that's available. We also have pre-trade compliance tools, which is very, very good. Like, let's say you're an advisor and you have a client who's an employee of Google. So you wanna ensure that you don't want to trade that product. So using that pre-trade compliance tool, you can just block that particular symbol so that, you never end up, buying that script, which may get into some issues. So we have that pre-trade compliance tool as well. And what we've also ensured, specifically for Indian residents, is that we only offer products which are permissible by RBI. So we've blocked anything which is not permissible. For example, while we offer derivatives as a product for clients outside of India, but for Indians, because it's not permissible, we've blocked futures, options, which we only offer stocks, ETFs, bonds, mutual funds, which are permissible. So at the end of the day, when a client even tries to buy a particular product which he's not allowed to, the system will throw a message that you can't do this, and you're not permitted for this. So we try to ensure that the local compliance is also met. While we have multiple features, but something which is the most relevant from an Indian resident, because of obviously from India, it's not, we cannot do everything in global markets, but the most relevant features that we have is basically, firstly, the fees. I mean, there are no fees as such in terms of no account opening fees, no annual fees. You only pay if you trade. If you don't trade, there's no cost. You can also, something which is interesting, fractional shares. So we support US, Canada, European shares that clients can buy in fractions. Something now which is gaining popularity is overnight trading. So, as an Indian, you might be thinking that, I have to stay up the night to, buy a stock of Apple. Now we are offering around the clock trading of US stocks. So even right now, if you want to buy a stock of any US company, you can buy. And our management strongly believes that the overnight volumes and the regular volumes will be very soon very comparable in the near future, because we have large number of Asian clients that have exposure to the US. So we will see a lot of traction on the overnight trading piece. Also, what our IBKR gives is interest on idle cash. So there will be clients that, once they invest, they don't want to, start investing on day one. They want to obviously, see the market and just hold the cash in that account. Even if it is lying idle for a day, okay, we give interest on it. Okay, and the interest is benchmark minus 50 bips. The benchmark is the Fed funds rate. So if there is, and whenever there's a rate cut, rate hike, obviously the benchmark moves, the interest rates will be updated. But that's something which the clients will receive, even if they leave cash, even if they don't invest, they just hold the dollars. If they feel that the US market is too hot right now and they want to wait it out for some correction, they can just transfer the money, they just hold it, and they can, and we give interest on it. And we also have a stock yield program where, let's say, if if a client has shares of Apple and he doesn't want to sell it forever, he wants to hold it for a long period of time, he can lend those shares and he can earn interest on it. So these are something which we believe are very important features that will be valuable from an Indian resident client perspective. This particular slide talks about revenue stream. So in your existing scheme of things, like as an advisor or as a broker, this is just adding a new revenue source for you, where interactive system will basically do the fee calculation for you. We have an automated billing system in place where, let's say, as an advisor, you want to charge your clients a 1% AUM fee, for example. Our systems will calculate that fee, charge it to the end client, and pass it on to you once the client has agreed to it. So this is absolutely very seamless. You just have to focus on your expertise, and our systems take care of your fee collection part. This is just a small snippet of how a portfolio looks when you open an IB Care account. So and like I said, this your firm's name, if you see on the top left corner, that's something which can be white branded with your firm's name. So when a client logs in, they will not see interactive, they'll see more of your firm's name. So that's also something which we offer to advisors and regulated entities. IB, we basically give a lot of research. So obviously this is a new trajectory, we understand that, and we have a lot of research which is available to Indians. In terms, we give similar research materials to advisors, brokers, so that they can guide their clients accordingly. So we have something called as Fundamental Explorer on our systems, where you get everything about that stock. We give market overviews, etc. In terms of platforms, again, we are an online platform, so everything is very seamless, very online. You have a mobile app. We have a web-based login that you can trade from. We have a trader workstation, which is like a trading software. So if you're an advisor and you want to run a model portfolio, you can use our trader workstation. Again, we have no charges for this. This is absolutely free of cost. Yes, so this is also something which is interesting, is like our interactive advisor solution, where if we have global fund managers and that put their portfolio on our systems, and a client can buy that particular portfolio, similar to what we call small case in India. So this is something very similar platform, but this is all global fund managers putting their expertise and putting their stocks on interactive. And because obviously from India, clients have heard about FANG stocks and but there's an entire universe of stocks that and products that the client can invest in, and where there might be more growth available there. So this is something also what the clients can have access to from their account. And that's it from me, and thank you all for joining me and hearing me.